Hello and welcome to Between the Books. My name is Shannon.
And I'm Isadora.
And today we are going to be summarizing our reading in 2025. What were our best books? What were some disappointments? And how did we overall feel about our reading? But first, Isadora, what are you currently reading?
Well, Shannon, I am currently reading The Golden Raven by Nora Sakavic, and that is part of the All for the Game series.
Yes.
Which you've read.
I have.
You've read the first two.
Yes.
So it starts with the Foxhole Court. This is kind of like an indie book series, and I love it. We read it, I think, 2 years ago.
As part of our book club.
Yes, and she'd written the original trilogy like years and years ago, and then like 2 years ago, now this like second series came out. So it's not necessarily the part of the same series, but it's like a continuation with different characters. So now I'm reading The Golden Raven, which is the fifth book. The fourth book, which was the beginning of this new trilogy, was called The Sunshine Court, which I just finished reading. And I'll say what the Foxhole Court is about. It follows this made-up sport that the author created called Xe, and I'd say it's the closest thing I can think of is lacrosse.
Yeah.
And it's just, it follows like these students in a university and them playing that. But there's a lot of, like in this particular university, they're all like struggling kids that come from like really like bad backgrounds, basically. There's a lot of like dark themes, and there's a lot of like mafia related stuff and like murder and stuff, but they also just really want to play the sport and they're really passionate about it. So that was really fun. But yeah, it continues, and there's like this other team, which is the Edgar Allan Ravens, which is another one, and they're like more the evil team. A rival team. And now in this new series, it follows Jean, who is from that rival team. So we get to hear his side. Anyways, Shannon, what are you currently reading?
So, I'm currently reading Everyone on This Train is a Suspect by Benjamin Stevenson. That is a sequel to Everyone in My Family's Killed Someone. That was our previous podcast episode. You can go listen to it to hear our thoughts about it. But it's basically Ernest is back. He's on a train crossing the Australian desert where something mischievous is afoot, shall we say. It's another mystery to solve. I'm enjoying it immensely.
Yeah.
My partner and I are reading this one out loud to each other, which is like the first time we've ever done that like with a book. And it's like so fun, especially with a mystery, because we've got like sticky notes on like so many pages to like indicate what we think is like important to like different characters. And we're just having such a fun time with it. I think it's really good. I think it's one of those mysteries that you can solve, which makes it like a good puzzle for me and keeps like, you know, people engaged and stuff. And I think you should read it. Yes, I think we should do a podcast episode about it. I wanted to ask you about that.
I'm also reading it right now. So this is the other book I'm reading, but I'm listening to the audiobook for it. But we could.
We could.
Okay, so let's dive into our 2025 reading and how we did and what books we read. So Shannon, what was your goal for the year? Did you meet that? And how do you feel about how you picked the books you read and how, like, overall, how it went?
Yeah, so I plan to read 25 books. I do this every year. 25 books for 2025. I usually read around 25 to 30 books. So this was kind of in the level of comfort where I was like, okay, I'm pretty comfortable that I could hit this.
Yeah.
But then I did something kind of low-key, very crazy, which is that I read 54 books.
That's crazy.
Which is like, I've never read that many books in my life. It was unemployment for a little bit that drove that number up.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed the reading that I did do this year. So I think at this point, I've discovered what books I like. And I am pretty comfortable knowing that I'm going to pick up a book and know I'm going to like it.
Nice.
My like average for the year was like 4.0. But I think there were also a lot of books that I was anticipating that disappointed me also. Because I thought they were going to be like really good.
Yeah.
But we'll get more into that.
Yes.
But overall, I am actually super happy with the reading I did this year.
Nice.
What about you?
So I gave myself the goal of reading 50 books because I think last year I read over 60. So I was like, okay, 50, I can do that. I actually ended up only reading 38, and which is fine. I'm fine with it. Everything's fine. But 2025 was like a big year for me in terms of like work and just like life stuff, I think. So I didn't take into consideration how that was going to eat up more of my time than like previous years had done. So I think that explains too why I read so less than usual. Not that it's less, because it's still like a pretty good amount, so I'm not like, I'm fine with it. But I think I read a lot of like a good amount of good books, but I also read books that I just didn't enjoy that much. And I think I should do more than what you just talked about. It was like, I know what I like, but I'm also end up exploring a lot and trying different things, and I end up like just being disappointed. I'm like, I sometimes will go into a book being like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna love this, and like I think I should just go for books that I think I'm gonna love.
Well, yeah.
So I gotta work on that. And then another thing too is that I think most of the books, like I would say almost 80% of the books I read this year were either for a book club or for this podcast. And I think that that's fine. Like, obviously, all the books we read for the podcast were books I wanted to read and like new releases. So it was nice getting to be like caught up in time as the books were coming out and everything. And I do appreciate like all the book club picks that I read, because it's like open that opportunity to read something new that maybe I wouldn't have read before and stuff like that. So I do appreciate that. But I feel like I didn't have a lot of books where I picked it out for myself and read it for myself and had that thought of like, I think I'm gonna really like this like matches my vibe, because a lot of the books that I read weren't joined with other people. So that's like something I want to do next year. I definitely want to be more intentional with what I'm reading, which I think that's just me every year, but every year I kind of end up doing the same thing where it's like a very mix. I'm not disappointed with the reading year, but I think I can improve. There's always room for improvement. So,
yeah.
That's
also interesting, because I think I agree with what you're saying, and that I think this is the year where I read a lot of books that came out this year.
Yes.
And I feel like I don't normally do that. And the podcast is definitely a reason why we did that. But I like doing that, actually. Yeah. I like being involved in what people are reading and what people are doing. Because otherwise I think books come out and I'm like, okay, I'll add it to the list. Yeah. And nothing motivates me to read it right now. Or like we buy books and then like, you know, we're caught up in the hype, but we don't actually read the book. And I think that I did enjoy reading like books, like actually books that came out this year.
Yeah, it's nice having like that incentive of like, and also it is nice reading with someone else and getting to discuss it too. So there's like good side, but also like not necessarily bad side, but yeah, you know, it's complicated. So do you want to start talking about what our top 5 favorite books were? Do you want to go, you say one, I say one?
Oh, sure. We can do like, okay, yeah.
Yes.
Leading up to our best book of the year.
Okay, so are you doing it like ranked?
Mine was ranked.
Okay.
Was yours ranked?
I will rank it in my head right now. Yes. Yes. I can, you go.
I'll start. You think about it. Because number 5 is a book we both read. I have Catabasis by R.F. Kuang at number 5.
Nice.
I said this when we read it. I think it easily could have been a 5-star read, except for this bit in the middle where the pacing kind of slows down and it gets more like philosophical.
Yeah.
If you're interested in Catabasis and my thoughts on Catabasis, you can listen to our podcast episode on Catabasis. But overall, I think a very strong book. My second R.F. Kuang book. And I'm really excited to read more of her work in 2026. Yeah. What about you?
You know, Shannon, that's so funny because Catabasis is also my number 5.
That's so funny. Wait, actually? Oh like you were ranking them in your head?
I was. It was before, and you said that. And, like, no, Catabasis is my number 5. And exactly same reason. Like, I think out of all the books I read, like, even though there were parts in it that I weren't necessarily my favorite, I still really enjoyed it overall. I think it was really well done. And it's a book that I would like to reread for sure. Yeah. Okay, maybe I'll go into my number 4. And honestly, I feel like I'll rank it right now, but some of them are like, they're so different.
Yes.
So it's hard to put that line there, but I'll do it. I'll do it for us. I would say that my 4th favorite book of the year was Wild Beauty, which I've talked about in our mid-year book freakout tag. It's by Anne Marie McLemore. I'm pretty sure that's her name. I just thought the prose was really beautiful. I really liked the cultural themes. It follows this family and they have sort of a curse in them where it's all women. So it's like there's the 3 generations. There's the grandmothers, they're all sisters, and then there's the mothers, and then there's the daughters. I think there are 7 of them for each generation. And they have this curse where every man that they fall in love with ends up disappearing. And so they're like, they're warned to stay away, but they always end up falling in love. They also have powers. They have flower powers where each daughter they can grow with their hands. Like they can dig their hands into the soil and grow flowers. There's this family that wants to take advantage of them for their powers. And they're like, all the girls in this family are in love with all the 7 cousins are in love with this one girl. Mm-hmm. And they're like, are we allowed to love her because she's a woman? So like, does the curse apply the same way? Because the past has always been men. And then suddenly one day a boy comes out of the garden and he doesn't remember who he is, but they all believe that he is one of the men that was taken away. It's really pretty, it's well written, and there's just very magical realism vibes, which I really love. So it could even be higher on my list, to be honest, but what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Paladin's Hope by T. Kingfisher. I've now caught up with the Saint of Steel series, and number 3 is my favorite, but this one follows Galen. I liked this one the most, I think, because I like the love interest the most, who's Piper. He's he's like a fantasy coroner, and he like works primarily with like dead bodies, and he works like primarily alone, and then he opens himself up to love. But he also has like this interesting like magical power where if he touches like dead bodies, he like gets their senses about like when they died.
Yeah.
And then the 2 of them get trapped in a dungeon together. All I'm saying is it's very sexy, fun times. And it was very fun to read. Yeah. And I had a lot of fun with that one.
Nice. And what was your number 3?
So my number 3 pick was Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson. This ricocheted up my list purely because of the fun I had talking about this book with you. Yeah. And also our book club and also my partner. It's truly like I like it's one of those books where it's like I understand if people don't like it, but the experience of reading this book was so fun that it elevated it kind of so high on my list. Yes. So I understand if people like don't have that same experience, but if you do have the opportunity to like read this book with someone, I think you will have a lot of fun. Yeah. But this is a murder mystery book where a family is trapped in a ski villa and somebody is killed overnight. So yeah. Nice. What about you? What is your 3rd favorite book of the year?
Before I go on my 3rd, I wanted to say I think that's not everything. Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. It's not on my list, but it would have been my top 6. It would have been my 6th book. I know. If we had done top 6, it would have been here. It's so close. And now that I'm going to talk about my 3rd book, I think I'm going to switch that with All Beauty. I'm going to put this in 4th place. Okay. And All Beauty is actually my 3rd. And that is Manacled. So this is Manacled by Sen Lin Yu, and I've talked about this. I read it was the first book I read this year. And
Alchemist?
Yes. Yeah. No, it was Manacled. So Alchemist is the one. So Manacled is the fanfic. It's a Dramini fanfic that mixes the Harry Potter world.
Oh, you're not saying Alchemist. No. You're saying Manacled.
I am saying Manacled.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah,
okay.
So it's mixes the Harry Potter world with the Handmaid's Tale world, and I really liked Alchemist, which I read way more recently. The book came out, and I do really like it, and it was very, very similar to Manacled, but I felt more attached to the characters in Manacled because they were like pre-existing characters that I already knew about. I think Alchemist was really good, but I didn't feel the same pull that I did with Manacled. But I would basically put like say Manacled / Alchemist in this category right now. I think it was really, really well written, especially, I don't know if I guess it's her debut traditionally published book.
Yeah.
I don't know necessarily if it's her debut fanfic or work online, but it's really good. Like, she's really, really talented. And I don't want to go too in detail with it, but it just follows, it's an alternate reality after the Order of the Phoenix. After that, like, things changed in the Harry Potter world, and it basically Voldemort and the evil guys win. The Death Eaters, the evil guys. The Death Eaters win, and then most people die, and it follows Hermione and her relationship with Draco. And in the Alchemized, their names are Helena and I only remember his last name is Farron.
You read 1,000 pages of this book.
I know. Because they use their last name so much. Helena and Kane. Yes. So that was really good too. So I recommend that. Anyways, that's my fourth book. I would put Wild Bitty on top because I think Manacle's just too depressing.
Oh, yeah.
I'll put something a little more upbeat above it. So my second one is Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins, because we've been waiting and we finally got it. And I love the Hunger Games series, so I'll eat that up. I'll have whatever she feeds us. And I am so excited for the movie coming out this year.
Oh my god, it's this year.
It is this year,
wow.
Yes. So even though...
It looks really good.
Yeah, and that's why it's so tricky, because it's not that I loved everything about it. We did do a podcast episode on it, so you guys should check it out. But we did have like our issues or things that we wish were different, especially with the sections in the games. But, I think I just love that series so much that it would be crazy if I didn't put it high up there for me, But yeah, so I mean, quick summary, I guess. It's the 50th. I know English. 50th Hunger Games, which is the quarter quell.
Second quarter quell.
The second quarter quell. And in this games, it's double the amount of tributes. So there's 48 tributes in the arena when it starts. And one of them is Haymitch, which we all know as Katniss and Peeta's mentor. And it's been always alluded in the other books, and we've always wondered what happened in that. And we finally got to find out. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Sunrise on the Reaping.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would be my top 6, but it would be up there. Yeah. I also really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, yeah. Which one is your top 2, I guess? Yeah.
So my second one is the 14 volumes of Delicious Dungeon that I read, that I mentioned in my mid-year freakout tag. I had so much fun with this. It's like the first manga series that I read like entirely through. Mm-hmm. I cosplayed one of the characters. Yeah. It's so funny. But basically it's about a guy named Laios, and they live in like this fantasy world where dungeons just exist, and adventurers are tasked to like go down these dungeons and clear them out. In this specific dungeon, if you manage to defeat the evil mage who is in charge of it, then you get like the land, basically, that like the kingdom, basically. Mm-hmm. And Laios' sister, however, dies in the dungeon. So the group, him and his friends, have to go down to the dungeon to retrieve her body and hopefully, revive her and get her back. That's their main goal. Mm-hmm. And throughout the series, they tangle with, the evil mage of the dungeon, and they explore these different floors. And the main thing about the series is that to survive in the dungeon, they eat the monsters. So they go lovingly in depth about how they take mushrooms that are like walking around and turn them into like ramen and things like that. And I really loved the like themes of it, which is crazy to say about like my cozy slice of life manga, but like about like slowing down and, enjoying family and friends over like a meal. And I think that it was really fun. And also the plot was very good too when it happened.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Isadora, I can't help but notice. I can't help but wonder.
Yeah, Shannon, you're correct.
I can't help but I think we might have the same book.
We do. We really do.
For our number 1 pick.
Which is...
The Everlasting by Alex E. Harrow.
Yeah.
So maybe we can both talk about it. this was a book that we were highly anticipating. It was my most anticipated book of the year. And it's about a scholar who lives in like a alternate history, like post-World War I society, and is a historian of this knight named Una Everlasting, whose like death has created the mythos that their society is built upon. And he's given the opportunity to go back in time and make sure that like Una's story plays out the way that it's supposed to, so that their great empire can rise out of the story. And he goes back and forth, like he goes back in time multiple times, and eventually he falls in love with Una and eventually tries to figure out if there's a way to save her.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Yeah. It's such beautiful prose and just the structure of it all, and it's just so genius. I really liked it.
I really enjoyed it. It's my favorite Axie Harrow book.
Yeah.
And my favorite book of the year.
Yeah, definitely favorite book of the year for sure. I think out of all the other ones, they all had like something or other that I would have maybe changed for the most part, maybe, or like something that I'm like, oh, I really like this, but it's not like something that stuck with me as much. But this one definitely did. I think this one was a pretty close to a perfect book. So
it was a perfect book to me.
Yeah, I mean, we have the podcast episode. We went in depth on that, and it was really fun. So if you want to hear more about our thoughts, you should definitely check it out.
Yeah. So now we're gonna get a little more critical. A little more sad.
Yeah.
Because we read all these good books, but we also read some bad books. So Isadora, what was your biggest disappointment?
So my biggest disappointment you can find it. If you've listened to our podcast, you can pinpoint probably. My biggest disappointment was Bury Your Bones in the Midnight Soil by V. Schwab.
Let's bring it back.
Bring it back.
One last time.
I think that was our most critical episode. Do you think?
I'm trying to think about Deep End.
No, I think Bury Your Bones was more disappointing, and like we wanted it to be so much more. Deep End, we kind of went in knowing that it could have, like, knowing that could have happened.
Also, like, the more I think about Deep End, the more I'm like, well, it was kind of fun.
Yeah, it wasn't like that bad.
No.
But Bury Your Bones, our bones, it was just, we had such high expectations. We went to the book tour. We've been waiting.
The hype around this book was so real.
Lesbian vampires, like, what more can you ask? And just, there's so much potential. There's so much that can be done with that. And we're so excited. And it was really disappointing. Like, I won't say that I absolutely hated the book. I didn't. Like, there were parts that I enjoyed. But for the most part, I didn't really like it. For the most part, I was there like, no, this can't be it. Like, this has to be better. There's no way. There's no way this is what I'm reading right now. And it was. So, and it did, like, put us off a lot, like, for V. Schwab, I feel like. Yeah,
this was kind of, a lack of a better metaphor, the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
I think. And I've given her 10 times.
I know.
That was just 9 too many.
Exactly. I feel the same way. So, yeah, unfortunately, that was the biggest disappointment. How about you?
So my biggest disappointment, I'm not sure if I mentioned I was reading this on the podcast. I'm not sure. I've come back.
Okay.
A Theory of Dreaming by Ava Reed.
Oh, that's the second book.
That's the Study in Drowning number 2.
I think you were reading
Did I talk
it
about
last
this?
time last time we talked about our currently reading.
Yes.
I don't think you had talked about the end and how you felt.
I finished it. Oh my lord. No. No. This book. So the first book takes place in like this decrepit manor that's like falling into the sea. The vibes are immaculate. Yeah. That sort of the best way I've like found the way to describe it is that's the same vibes as like The Wide Window in Lemony Snicket's like number 3.
The Wide Window.
Oh, Wide Window? The Wide Window?
I think it's The Wide Window.
Yeah, it's like those same kind of vibes.
I love that.
Yes. And I think it's great. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
This second book takes place in the school that these two are from.
Okay.
But it's like, I don't know what happened, but it's like miscommunication kind of to the max almost.
Yeah.
Whereas in the first book, the two main characters are like working together to like solve this mystery and like uncover like these secrets about like these authors and things like that. And it's like fun to see them work together primarily and also like get closer. And like I liked their romance a lot. Like I thought it was really fun. But in this book, I swear they don't do a single thing together. It's like there's two different plots.
Yeah.
And the main male love interest, his name is Preston. He has more of the driving force of the plot this time round. Like he's getting these like mysterious dreams and he doesn't understand what's happening. But honestly, by the end of the book, sorry, I'm going to spoil it.
Oh.
By the end of the book, Effie, like, they don't interact together to tackle this problem like at all. Like she has her own separate plot that she's doing, and they like she doesn't interact with him at all, and it's so weird to do that when the first book was them like primarily working together. They were kind of the only characters. Like there was them and then the villain, and that was kind of it.
Was the first book dual POV too?
No.
Okay, so then it was
but now it's dual POV. Yeah.
Interesting. And is there a romance between them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like fine.
Yeah.
But it's like boring now because it's one of those where like she'll have problems and he's like, but I'll always love you. You know, it's kind of the guy who's like always says the perfect thing, always does the perfect thing.
Yeah.
And then like low key, like she keeps like it's not like all on her, but she like keeps like asking too much of him sort of thing, and he's always like the perfect boyfriend. Like he'll be dealing with some crazy shit and he'll be like, but I'll always have time for you. Like I'm putting aside my differences.
It's giving Lucas and Deep
End. It is like it's like
can do no wrong. That's annoying,
and it's just annoying because like it was like single POV in the first book, and like in the second book you totally could have fleshed his character out more. It's not like a crime if they have arguments. They do have arguments, but they're wrapped up like the next chapter it's like, and then I apologized to Effie and he's apologizing, you know.
I see. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. Is it just gonna be a duology?
So it is just a duology as of now.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to talk to me, I think it's just a single book. I think it's a standalone book, personally. I do think you should read A Study in Drowning. I don't think you'll get anything out of A Theory of Dreaming.
Interesting. Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
So, Shannon, we did our mid-year book freak out. I think it was in July, possibly. And back then, one of the questions was, what book do you want to read by the end of the year? And do you remember what book you said, and did you or did you not read it?
I do remember. I didn't do it. This is going to be related to like my 2026 goals. Yeah. So I'll talk about it more later. But I did want to read Heavenly Tyrant by Jiren-J Zhao, which is the second book. I read Iron Widow, and Heavenly Tyrant's the second book. And I didn't. And I think I did finish a lot of series, but there is a lot of ongoing series that I want to finish. I did have a stellar back half, so I'm kind of like not upset that I didn't do it. Yeah. But I think partly because I was swept up in the hype of this year, there's a lot of books on my back burner that I need to get to.
Yeah, I feel that.
But what about you?
Yeah, same. I listed 2 books. I listed Jane Eyre and I listed Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. And no, I didn't. I didn't read any of them, even though I own both of them too. Like they're on my bookshelf right now. And I didn't get to them, which is no excuse. No excuse. I think my excuse would be that I was, very focused on the new releases, on the podcast stuff, on like my book clubs, and I kept putting them off, but I will read them this year, I promise. And so that's kind of going into the what books do you want to read in 2026?
Yes.
And I will say Jane Eyre. And I definitely want to read Jane Eyre. Like that's happening this year. And I also want to catch up. So I'm putting Chain of Gold here, but I also want to catch up to the Shadowhunter Chronicle books. So I haven't read The Last Hour trilogy, which starts with Chain of Gold, and I haven't read some of the other ones. And she's writing like the final trilogy, so I want to be able to like actually read it in real time once those come out. So I definitely want to catch up. And yeah, similar to you, I just haven't really followed up with my series, and I am so behind. And like another one that I wanted to bring up is the Throne of Glass series. Not in 2025, but in 2024, I read like halfway through it, and then I kind of paused, and I just didn't read it at all in 2025, even though I liked it, and I really want to finish it. So that's another series that is on my list to finish this year. How about you?
So one of my goals for this year is to get my physical TBR down to 25 books. I'm at 37 right now.
38.
Hang on, really?
I think.
I thought it was 37. 38?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure you said 38, but maybe I'm wrong.
That's fine. Sure, 38. Uh-oh. And I'm going to hopefully do this by finishing all the like second and third books in series that I own that I want to finish. One of them being Heavenly Tyrant. I need to finish the Holly Black's like Elfheim series. So I need to finish. I read The Stolen Heir. I need to read The Prisoner's Throne. I have AJ Hackworth's Library of the Unwritten series. I read the first one. I own the second and third one. I need to finish it. So I'm hoping that by trying to motivate me to get my physical TBR down, it will manifest by me finishing these series.
Yeah. And actually now, like, just talking about series again, I usually in the past have read a lot of series. Like, that's usually what I do, and I love them. I think that is primarily what I like to read. And I think 2025 was one of the years that I was like, maybe I should do some more standalones and try that. So I think that's what I did, because I don't think I read 2 of the same series at all in 2025. Crazy.
That's interesting.
I know. Like, I really don't think I did. And this year, I'm already doing it. So...
Oh, with Benjamin Stevenson?
No, because I'm reading... I just read the Sunshine Court, and now I'm reading the Golden Rain.
But now you're also doing...
And
you're doing crazy.
You know, yeah. And so I think I really want to go back to my series reading, because I think as much as I do like standalones, and I think they can be done in such a good way with like a concise story, I do love seeing reoccurring characters and following characters that I love, and like the setting and everything. So... yes, this maybe 2026 is the year of series and of finishing up what you started.
Speaking of 2026, let's talk about how many books you want to read. Do you have any other goals? And what are some books that you're excited about that are coming out this year?
So for me, now that I know that I read 38 this year, I'm generally just going to say I'm going to read 30 books this year. I think I can easily beat that. I have other reading goals that I want to focus on, and I don't want a number to be the one that I'm mostly like, you know, like I have like, you know, the series, or I have like, I also like you want to shorten my physical TBR and all that, but I don't want to be like, I need to read 50 books. Like, I don't want that to be the overall stress. I want to focus on actually specific things in my reading. So yeah, so I'm going to keep it at 30. I'm okay with that. And some of the books that are coming out this year that I really want to read are... Actually, I don't have that many, honestly. I think the only one that I can think of is Victorious. V. Schwab. Not that I'm like...
I thought we weren't giving her chances.
I know. We're not giving V. Schwab chances, but this is the year of finishing series.
That's so true. I'm trapped. I
know. And like, honestly, I am okay if I end up not reading that this year. I think like it is one of the ones that are coming out that I'm like, yeah, I will eventually read it. If it doesn't happen this year, I'm okay. But it would be nice to read it and finish it, since she's taken so long to finish it. Yeah. So it's finally here, or almost here. And another one that I really want to read that just came out. It's called 30, Flirty, and Forever Alone by Christine Riccio.
Oh!
Yeah, which if you guys don't know, Christine is she has a YouTube channel, like a booktube channel called Pullin' Bananas Books, and I've followed Christine's channel for over 10 years now. This is going to be her 4th book. So
what about that other YouTuber that's coming out with a book that you really like?
Oh, and Haley Pham.
Yeah,
Haley Pham is also coming out with a book called Just Friends, and I am intrigued by it. It is her debut, and I'm not as excited. I'm not going in with huge expectations. I think I'm gonna just see how it goes.
Yeah.
And not that I have huge expectations for Christine's book either, because I read her other books and there are things that I like, but there are things that I dislike as well. I already know what her style is. And I think like she has very original ideas, I think, in my opinion, because she does a lot of magical realism in every one of her books. So I'm excited for that too, just to see how it goes. And I love Christine, so I want to support her. But yeah, how about you?
So my goal is to read 26 books.
Right,
26
right.
books for 2026. I think these are manageable goals.
Yeah.
I said I want to get my physical TBR down to 25 books, hopefully. That's going to be my hard one. Hopefully I can do it. And some books that I'm excited about that are coming out this year. The final Ninth House book, Alex Stern book, Deadbeat, is coming out. I love this series. I'm so excited to read the last one. I hope it's good. God, I hope it's good. Lee Bardugo's been such like a pendulum, it feels like.
Hit or miss, yeah.
Real hit or miss for me. Did you read The Familiar or no?
No. I've only read like the Grishaverse stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've also read the Grishaverse stuff and Ninth House, and I think Ninth House is her best work. So I'm really excited for
You
the
like it
last
more
one.
than Six of Crows?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, nice.
I feel like that's a controversial opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't say that, but I do. I think because I like the setting and like characters more than like, I don't want to say, I do like the characters in Six of Crows.
No, that's fair. Yeah.
But yeah, I think overall, I think it's better written, I think,
Okay.
than Six of Crows was.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. And A Tapestry of Fate, which is the Amina Al-Sarafi book number 2 by Shan Chakraborty. I'm very excited for this because I loved Amina Al-Sarafi, and I just need the second book to be good.
Yeah.
Because I my heart can't take it if it's bad.
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to this book for so long that I need it to be good, guys.
Yeah.
But those are my 2 most anticipated ones for next year.
Nice.
But thank you for listening to us talk about our 2025 Wrapped. I love these videos, by the way. Like these kinds of videos.
Yes, me too.
I watch so many, people I don't even follow talk about their yearly Wrapped because I think it's so fun. I love people talking about books that they love and also books that they don't love.
Yeah.
So I'm just really excited that I got to make one.
I know, same. I agree. And it's funny that we have so many similar books.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's good. And honestly, I just wanted to say thank you for listening. 2025 was our first year with this podcast.
Yes.
And we're going strong and we're going to continue this year. So stay tuned for more fun episodes. If you have any suggestions or anything, let us know because we're going to start a plan what we're doing. So more activities, more fun activities, all that.
So for our next episode, we are going to be reading The Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan. You might be familiar with it. But because the Percy Jackson TV series is, as of recording, currently coming out, season 2 is coming out, and we are massive Percy Jackson fans, just to spoil it a little. So we're rereading the books. It's my first time rereading it.
Oh, really?
Since I was a kid. I never
You've only read it once?
Yeah, I've only read it once. So come hear about what I thought about it, what Isadora thought about it, in our next episode.
So if you have any questions, any suggestions, anything, please email us at betweenthebookspod@gmail.com. You can also leave a review on Spotify or wherever you're listening it. And you can leave like a little comment.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
Yep. Bye.